also feel minors should get in trouble for messaging adults.
Alright guys, true story, just a few days ago, I got a reel that was about EDP. As a matter of fact, it was this exact reel.
Again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake.
If you follow me on IG, you most likely saw me like that reel. Long story short, that had me thinking, what happened? What has EDP done since everything went down? And in case you guys don't know, for whatever reason, long story short, EDP was a super successful comedian slash YouTuber that got exposed for trying to meet up with a 12-year-old. And get this, he was 30 years old doing this, by the way. And the excuse he came up with was, I just came here to pick up a cupcake from a 12-year-old and then go home, which is low-key the funniest and the worst excuse of all time. If you're an OG Sense viewer, you know that I talked about this the day, if not the day after the situation went down back in, was it in 2022, 2023, one of those two. And I've made a lot of videos about EDP. I believe the last time we talked about him, it must have been a year or two ago. But 2 days ago, this video came out called Remember EDP 445. He's nearly homeless now. Like I said, I haven't kept up with EDP. I am super interested to know where he is in the Big 26. If you end up enjoying this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be BFFs.
By late 2021, EDP 445 had lost everything financially, then his body started failing too. EDP started claiming he was suffering from stage 5 kidney failure and only had 1 to 5 years left to live, posting on Twitter about needing regular dialysis treatment. Whether this was real or just another desperate attempt to gain sympathy, nobody knew for sure. But then various rumors started spreading that made everything even more chaotic for EDP. In October 2021, a YouTuber named Matt Simon claimed EDP had been arrested but provided zero evidence.
Today is October 25th. It is 11:30 at night, and EDP has been arrested today.
Holy shit, I just got PTSD. I remember talking about this. So this isn't even 2024 or 2023. This is 2021. It's been 4 to 5 years since I talked about this. Holy shit. I remember when this came out, when this guy came out with this statement that EDP went to jail. And I also remember the health situation he was going through. And I remember at the time people were saying, yeah, he has like 3 weeks to live. Maybe he has 6 months to live. I'm surprised EDP is alive in the Big 26. Honestly, did think he was going to die from his health complications. Somehow EDP, the Cupcake Lover, the minor lover, is still alive and well somehow.
He was also selling off his possessions one by one, including his cars and even his custom YouTube play button.
Also selling my original YouTube plaque from back up in the day. Somebody bought the plaque for when I hit 100K on my backup channel.
Whether the jail rumors were real or not, EDP 445 was already living in his own personal prison.
That's gotta be rough. You know how down bad you need to be in order to sell your YouTube play buttons? When you're literally scraping for change. And the thing with EDP is that he had millions of subscribers. He was massive, no pun intended. He had millions of views. He was getting millions of views, if not hundreds of thousands of views per video. The thing is, he was uploading 4 to 5 times per week. So he was making a lot of money. He had nice cars, he lived in a nice apartment, and he lost it all trying to meet a 12-year-old. I mean, I don't feel bad for him. Like, if he died tomorrow, I wouldn't feel bad for him. This might be a super controversial take, guys, but I don't feel bad for pedophiles. Shocking. I know, right?
Every day was spent hiding, running, and watching his life crumble piece by piece. Despite everything, EDP refused to give up, but his attempts to return only made him look more pathetic. In 2022, EDP discovered Bigo Live, a lesser-known streaming platform with a younger audience. However, people would constantly troll him during every stream, bringing up the cupcake incident over and over again.
You don't want bitches, but you want kids? Bitch, you want a cupcake? Bitch, you want a cupcake face nasty big ass, bitch?
EDP couldn't escape the result of his action, and every single stream became a reminder of what he'd done. Then he tried TikTok under the handle the OG EDP and somehow reached 255,000 followers. But in February 2023, TikTok banned him for ban evasion. In July 2023, EDP released what people thought would be his attempt at gaining redemption, a former apology video.
With that being said, I want to take full responsibility for my actions that happened on April 21st, 2021.
Once again, I talked about this back when it came out 3 years ago now, which is fucking... Time flies, man. Time fucking flies. I remember talking about this and I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, dude, the apology is 2.5 years late. I said it 3 years ago and I'll say yet again, I truly do believe if he would have put out a statement or an apology within a week, I think his career could have been saved. He would have lost subscribers and viewers, but I think it would have been the better outcome. Don't get it twisted. I think a lot of people would have stopped watching because it's like, why the fuck am I going to watch a pedophile? But I think he could have survived had he apologized within a few days. Maybe if he sent himself to rehab, actual change, right? But he didn't. He got cocky. He said multiple times that he did not feel bad and he didn't care if the girl was one. So he only apologized when he realized, holy shit, I have nowhere else to go. I'm cooked. It wasn't until 2.5 years later that, you know, that popped into his head.
He only apologized to his friends and family, not to the actual victims.
Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and, you know, offer this apology video to my friends, to my family.
And called the whole thing the YouTube incident like it was some minor inconvenience. But not a single person believed him, with comments saying, not once did he apologize to the minors he's groomed. Should have pulled out a ukulele for this one. After 2 years of denial, he makes this fake apology. I'm not buying it. He's not sorry and he's not taking full responsibility. Then weeks later, he retracted the apology entirely. In August 2024, he created new YouTube channels and each one got terminated within days.
This is where I kind of like stopped covering EDP because at the time, back in 2023, 2022, it was super controversial to talk about EDP. I believed it was me, Turkey Tom, Jamari, and a few others. There was quite a few people who got their EDP videos taken down for harassment or something like that. So a lot of people just stopped covering EDP, myself included. So I had no idea that he came back to YouTube multiple times, or at least tried to. This is new lore that I'm learning.
In August 2024, EDP decided to address his past once and for all. But what he said was more shocking than anyone expected. EDP uploaded a video titled "Mistakes Were Made," which was his attempt at finally taking responsibility.
First person to tell you, I was in a very dark place in my life, very dark place. You know, had the fame, had the money, you know, had the status, you know.
But within the first minute, it became clear this wasn't an apology at all. He refused to make what he called a crying video for public forgiveness, claiming he only needed to apologize to friends and family, which he said he'd already did.
Sat down and I have apologized to my family, right? I've apologized to my diehard friend.
But that wasn't the most shocking part, as EDP started blaming the minors for messaging him.
Obviously, adults should be held accountable, get in trouble for messaging minors and engaging in those type of conversations in that particular way, right? I also feel minors should get in trouble for messaging adults.
I'm sorry, that is such a funny and stupid thing to say. It's like, dude, you're the grown-up. At the time, he was between 30 to 34, if I'm not mistaken. Dude, if a 12-year-old texts you, and for whatever reason, it gets explicit, as a 30-something-year-old man, whether it's a decoy or a real 12-year-old that, you know, let's face it, if you're 12 years old and trying to sex with EDP, there's something wrong with you, but still, you're a kid that has issues and needs help, but, you know, point stands. The adult in this situation situation, EDP should have immediately shut that conversation down. As soon as there was any indication that this was a 12-year-old that wanted to get explicit with you, you should have blocked him immediately. I think blaming the kid is such a stupid excuse. Yeah, let me blame the 12-year-old. It's their fault.
You'd think after everything, EDP445 would finally disappear from the internet, but in 2025, he proved that some people truly never learn. In March 2025, EDP created a brand new YouTube channel called Bryant Moreland 445. His first video was a hotel review.
This most f***ing disgusting, vile pile of fuck horseshit I've ever f***ing stayed at in my motherfucking life.
And in another video, he posted a burger review.
Got a big ass motherfucker. Man, this is a big beefy ass bitch.
It was the exact same content style as before his cancellation. Same energy, same vulgarity, same complete lack of self-awareness. But the stats told the real story. His channel has less than 2,000 subscribers, and his videos barely scraping a few thousand views. And his last video was on October 26th, 2025, about how he got an injury after his meat. Aside from YouTube, EDP also made a new account on Cameo, offering to make personalized videos for $40 each. Every time he tries to come back, he only reminds the world of what he really is.
Actually quite surprised he's still alive, truth be told. I think after everything, I thought he was either going to end it all, or whatever health issue he had was going to take him out, but I guess not. All right, so I actually found the channel, and he has less than 2,000 subscribers. Remembering 9/11. Women and relationships. I definitely want to get advised on women and relationships from EDP. Definitely the right guy to be doing this. How the fuck is he paying his rent? How the fuck does he afford food? I mean, we know he's a big guy. Once again, I don't feel bad for the guy. If he dropped dead tomorrow, I will be the first one to come on here and talk about the situation. I really don't have sympathy for people like him. I mean, he did it once. Well, not once. He did it 2 times and still refuses to apologize and then blames the victims. It's like, what are we doing here? This is someone that's clearly not learned their lesson and someone who will never learn their lesson. This could potentially be the last EDP video ever, but at the same time, you never know. It was good catching up. I mean, it wasn't good catching up with EDP, but there was some stuff that I had no idea existed because at that point I dipped from covering EDP. But yeah, with that said, drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're happy that EDP is miserable. He's down bad. He is a shell of his former self and he has no one else to blame but himself. Anyways, I sense out. Peace. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you.